Hello, welcome to Cataclysm Quick Tip number 42, where we will discuss how to get a zombie Nightlight and or backpack buddy. So in Cataclysm, there is an option via the action menu that will allow you to convert a zombie corpse into a friendly zombie. So what you do is first get a zombie corpse. In this case, I'm using a shocker zombie as the example because we want a zombie Nightlight. So, right here north of me, I have a shocker zombie corpse, and we're going to step on top of the corpse. It's important to note you do not want to pulp or butcher the corpse before doing this. You want it to be able to reanimate. So, before attempting this, there are some skill requirements. You have to have, at a minimum, survival skill of 1 and first aid skill of 1. You can't get the option on the menu that you need until you have at least that level of skill. Now, I don't recommend you actually try this at level 1 of each of those skills. It's going to fail way more often than it's going to succeed. So I recommend at least level 3, and I'd prefer level 4 in both survival and first aid before you attempt this. For this particular character, we do have survival 4 and first aid 4, and we're going to give it a try with that. So, I'm standing on top of the corpse. I'm going to use the action menu, which is the % symbol. That brings up this menu, and as long as you have a knife of some kind, that's the only other requirement other than the skills. You can see create a zombie slave is an option. We're going to go ahead and select that. Select the corpse, and you can see here a green message. It's important. Green means you've succeeded. Yellow means you might have succeeded, you might have failed, and I'm not sure if there's a red message. But generally you want to see green. So it says you slice muscles and tendons and remove body parts until you're confident the zombie won't be able to attack you when it reanimates. I believe green, and this particular message means you have succeeded and there's no chance of failure. So that's what you're hoping to see. Now, there is one other consequence to doing this. If you check your morale, you'll now see guilty about mutilating corpse, minus 62. Now, that's a lot, so don't plan on, especially like now when I'm both wet and guilty. I probably won't be able to craft or do anything like that because my morale is so low. But these are going to fade pretty quickly because we now have to wait for this corpse to reanimate. So, if we close this, I'm going to step down here, and that way I'm out of the rain while I wait. Then we're going to go ahead and pass some time. So, it's about 7 hours for the corpse to reanimate. So we're going to go 6 hours for waiting. And we're going to wait 1 more hour. Bam! There he is! Heard a noise. Yes, we'll stop waiting. Alright, there is my shocker zombie Nightlight. So you'll notice that he is projecting a glow, as shocker zombies do. So we've actually got enough light here that if we had a book... Let's go ahead and grab a book. Let's grab Electronic Circuit Theory. I won't be able to read it. But... you can see there, I've got the option to read. You can craft via this Nightlight amount and so on. Now there's a couple other things you can do with this zombie. I did the shocker zombie in particular because that's the Nightlight variant that I mentioned, but any other zombie can do this next thing. If you examine the zombie, you have this little menu that pops up. Swap and push are just like the NPC interactions. You can also rename your zombie slave. You can also attach a bag. So if you have a bag type of item, like a backpack, which I do have, you can select that. He is now wearing that backpack. If I examine him again, you have an option to place items into the bag. So he can carry items for you as you wander around. You can also tell him to drop all the items he's carrying. And then finally, you have a tie option if you have a short rope. So I have a short rope in my inventory. That gives me this tie option, so I can go down and select that. And that basically ties him down, so he won't move. He'll just stay right there. That's the most useful for getting a Nightlight actually in whatever base you're using. You usually don't want to have this guy wandering around with you where he can get killed easily by enemy zombies and such. But if you create a shock zombie slave and then tie him down in your base, you'll have a dim light supply anytime you need it. And it's infinite. Now, the last option on that list, Tear Out Pheromone Ball, that's basically the way you kill your slave. So if you go ahead and select that, it'll say, really kill the zombie slave. You say yes, down he goes, and he does still have the various various items. So you're not going to lose any items. You will not be able to recreate the zombie slave from one that has already been hacked up. It'll give you this message, no suitable corpses. So, that's everything you need to know about how to get a zombie Nightlight and or backpack buddy. Hope you found the information helpful. Do be aware of that morale penalty. If you're in desperate need to read or cook food or anything else, you might want to wait for a better moment. to do that. So you can see that the penalty is already worn off just in the time it took to wait for the zombie to reanimate. So it's not terrible, but be aware it could be a problem if you're not aware of it. Hope you found this information helpful. As always, I'm looking for suggestions for future episodes. Feel free to comment below to let me know what you think of the episode, the series, or the channel. And I hope to see you next time. Have a good day and stay safe out there.